Oh
Team
my
USA beats Canada 3-1 and clinch a spot in the championship game. We'll break this one down. We'll make Ian get mad a little bit more, and we'll check in on the CUDA right now here on Teal Town After Dark.
Wow.
This is a special 3-hour Teal Town After Dark since Jules thought she was going to be on for 6 hours, and we only hit
All
the
right,
3.5-hour mark, so we'll blame Jules. Good evening, everyone. If you want to be part of the show, chat with us and fellow hockey fans all over the world and in Sharks territory on the YouTube page or the app. You can follow us on all the social media, and you can find everything at tealtownusa.com. If you want to support the pod, of course, hit us up at Venmo on tealtownusa. Or you can hit us live right now in a super chat. We thank you to many of those who have been watching the watch along party for this. So it is.
I'm having deja vu. Okay, keep going.
It is myself. It's Ian Reed. We welcome Michael Molasses onto the show.
Not about me.
I'm not done yet.
Rude.
And almighty Jules.
Thank you.
You're welcome, daughter. Oh my God. Okay.
All right.
So I guess we'll start off with the first things first. McDavid scores. There's a player of the game. Yeah, it's McDavid, the third star, Larkin, the second star, and Gensel, the first star. The three fights in 9 seconds. Molasses, what did you think since you weren't on when we started this thing?
Let me tell you about those 3 fights. First 2 fights, we won those, all right? But the Parayko fight, we lost that one, all right? 2 out of 3 is better than 1 out of 3, let me tell you. And you know what's better than winning 2 out of 3 fights? Is winning the game, baby. And that's all that matters. You hear that, Ian? All right.
But Ian, I'll say that Connor McDavid got things going early on with a beautiful play using his speed to make it 1-0.
Yep. Yeah, look at. All right. Hey, I deal with Ryan in the chat here. Canada's topping, not enough grit. Look at, man, you don't need grit to win a single game elimination. Like I think that this is what happened in the World Juniors, right? They went when they put grit over skill. And grit's awesome when you're playing like a 7-game series, right? Because eventually you want to wear the other team down. I think in a tournament like this, where you're a single elimination game, like it wasn't that Canada wasn't gritty enough in this game. They just didn't put enough pucks in the net, man. I just think, like, I don't think that's the problem, right? Like, I think that this was a good game. I enjoyed the fuck out of this game, but I don't like not enough grit. No, man. It's not that they're too top heavy. They just lost the game. And it's not because of grit. Like, I think in a 7-game series, I would take this Canadian team in a 7-game series any fucking day of the week, right?
With that goaltending?
Well, maybe not with that goaltending, but you know what? I don't trust Connor Hellebuyck in a 7-game series right now either.
So my question to you is this: do you go back with Jordan Binnington in a winner? I guess winner advances if you win in regulation. USA is clinch a spot in the championship game. Canada can set up a rematch with a regulation win against Finland.
I don't think, I think for Jordan Binnington, like, I fucking hate that I have to come on here and defend fucking Jordan. Like, what the fuck? San Jose drafting London Knights and Saginaw Spirit and now I have to defend Jordan fucking Binnington. I don't think Jordan Binnington has been so terrible that they have to make a goaltending change. Like, I don't look at, was Jordan Binnington the guy that I would go with if I'm running this team? No, of course not. However, I don't think he's done anything, like he's letting a couple goals that I haven't liked, but I don't think that you're going to get anything better from the other goalies that you brought, if that makes sense.
Which is fair. Jules, those 2 goals that Binnington did allow, Jake Gensel, his second of the tournament, and Ian kind of touched it up already, kind of a little bit of a weak one. But
yeah, I
then
think he wants that one back.
Then the Dylan Larkin one on a 2-on-1. I mean, I didn't think it was horrible goaltending, but the Americans did a good job, taking advantage of those opportunities.
They should have played Dylan Larkin more in the first game, US. So I'm glad they finally learned to play Dylan Larkin. I think it was their 3C today. Yeah, having Dylan Larkin as your 3C. Imagine. No, I mean, dude, like the US, I'm sure Benny wants the first one back, but like that other one, like that was I'm not mad about it. It was a good shot by Larks.
Yeah, and that made it 2-1.
Something happened to your mic.
You cut out for a second. Go.
Yeah, something's going on with your mic.
Yeah, something's going on with your mic. Oh, you're back.
Am I fine?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
no,
are.
you're fine.
Okay. Sorry about that, gang. But Molasses, I mean, did you like the shutdown of the defense wise for the Americans? I mean, I thought Canada was coming on in the third period a little bit more.
I mean, what I loved about like shutting down, especially Connor McDavid. If you get to shut down Connor McDavid, you're winning. That's just proven fact. Especially when even if you shut down the old decrepit men of well, come on.
They didn't look
Drew
old
Doughty
decrepit on
isn't
that
a
power
good
play the other
defenseman.
night, though.
Drew Doughty is not a good defenseman. When you could shut him and his geriatric ass onto the boards,
Oh my God.
like you're good. You're good, baby.
Oh my God.
Ram into the boards, pucks in deep,
Right back.
and all that nonsense.
Good.
You're good.
So real quick, thanks AJ for this. Team Canada's first loss was Sidney Crosby in over 5,000 days. Oh, so that tweet from Johnson was referring to his loss for Crosby. That's insane, dude. Like, I know Canada lost this game, but can we just give some remarks to Crosby and his fucking like legacy? The dude's a fucking beast. Connor Hellebuck career with the United States 11-1. So, all right, I said this at the start of the show, and I'll say it again. If Hellebuck has his A game, US wins this tournament single-handedly, in my humble opinion. Because the US has a better goaltending situation. Goaltending isn't everything in this tournament, but also look at the way the US played defense tonight. Towards the end, Corey tweeted it, and a few other people did. It was fucking locked down defense by the US. Charlie McAvoy was out here laying hits on McDavid and Crosby. You know what I mean? Like, it was locked down defense by the Americans for most of the game.
I think it was really for both teams, though. Like, I don't think
I know.
there wasn't a lot of.
But look at my flag in the background. I'm going to talk about my.
Fair. Okay, no. I just fair enough. Continue.
I'm just saying the Americans played really good. I love Jacob Slavin. I got yelled at for loving Jacob Slavin.
I didn't yell at you for loving Jacob Slavin. I just said
And this
he's
is
not
where Ian
underrated.
and I fight. Jets official Twitter. So this is what playing against Helly. Dude, Helly is a good goaltender. He just developed a tendency during big games to kind of choke. And to kind of become just cheese. And I said that. Are we gonna get the cheesy Hellebuck or are we gonna get the good Hellebuck? And we got the good Hellebuck. And yeah, there's a reason McAvoy has an A on his sweater. Let's put it that way. And yes, US did set the tone. I mean, when you have two Kachucks, you're going to set the tone physically pretty quickly here.
And I'm keeping an eye on anything if they say anything about Matthew Tkachuk, because obviously he did not return from this game.
Yeah.
So, and with them getting the time off, or not necessarily time off, they fly to Boston, and then Monday, again, they can afford to rest some guys if they are hurt, and that's going to be a huge thing for Thursday. So we'll see on that. Elliot Friedman.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Elliot. Speaking my words, bro. Jacob Slavin is fucking amazing. I just
don't think he's underrated. I
don't care.
Rated.
I will count him as underrated. This is my chew toy rant again. Friedman doesn't get a lot of attention, but thoughts on Jacob? He was tremendous. And then, sorry, I'll stop derailing this in 4 seconds. I just want to address this one last thing. AJ Strong from Noah Hannafin. That was the most fun I've had in a hockey game. We didn't know the Tkachuk boys were going to. We didn't know the Tkachuk boys were going to do at the start, so it wasn't set. All right, good to know. Anyways, keep going. Mouth guard or
Okay.
boys. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Oh my God. Anyways,
My mic just fell on me. Okay. No, I love Jacob.
Yeah,
Sweet.
look at it and look at. I will. Credit to Sharks. They come out like obviously. Look at like, again, we don't want to get into like the whole anthem booing thing, but like these are guys that have had to listen to their anthem get booed for a couple of times now, especially Brady, who plays in Canada. Like obviously, I think it was. I can understand them being upset. I can understand why they would come on to. Yeah, they'd like, I can understand them being upset about it and coming out and being like, no, look at like, this is not, we're not going to let this stand. And, and it set a physical tone for the rest of the game, I think. And you knew like, again, like we knew this wasn't going to be a non-hitting affair. Like this is North American hockey. This is how we play the game. We hit people and do it, but they definitely came out. So,
From Hank here. Hold up a sec. If Canada wins an OT or loses to Finland and us throws a regulation loss to Sweden, does that knock Canada out of the finals?
so the standings are like this. So everybody still has 2 points. USA has 6, obviously, as we mentioned, that they're already moving on to the final for sure. But yes, I believe that does. So Canada wins an OT or loses to Finland, so that's either 2 or 1 points, and the regulation loss.
If they beat Finland in overtime, like that still gives them 2 points.
That gets them the 4.
That gets them the 4.
But if Sweden beats, if the Swedes beat the United States in regulation, that's a 5. So yeah. So a regulation.
The Swedes aren't going to win the game.
Yeah, if USA loses in regulation to Sweden, that gets them the 5. That kind of puts an onus on the game earlier on Monday for someone to have a regulation win to force that. Yeah,
like AJ's saying, Canada's controlling their destiny. They should be.
Canada controls their destiny, 100%. Because if they beat the Finns, then they that gives them. Beating the Finns is important for 2 reasons. One, it gives them a tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
That's the tiebreaker, is head to head. And yeah, they just have to beat the Finns, which I'm very confident they will beat the Finns. And I can't see, I can't see with the way the Americans have rolled through this tournament that they're somehow going to lay an egg against the Swedes. I don't see it.
The thing with the Finns, and we talked about this.
Yep.
They can rope-a-dope you very easily. It's a little 100%. Bit like a trap game. I don't love the trap game because I fall asleep to those type of games. But they will rope-a-dope you, lull you to sleep, and then suddenly you're down like 1-0 to and then murder you.
So there's that. So AJ, thank you for the clarification. Appreciate it. From Jake Gensel, we kind of felt the villain here. It was nice to get the win.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. Like, it's with no Russia. I mean, we have to fight each other. If we can't beat the Russians, we have to beat each other. Like, that's how this works. Like the big villain is out of the tournament. I mean, I guess Canada's probably the villain too at this point. I just don't see it that way because I'm Canadian. If the game's playing in Canada, the US is definitely the villain with no Russia in the tournament for sure.
And let's be honest here, it might be a skosh tougher for Canada to win in Boston.
Yeah, and like Luigi, again, I'm not saying that the Finns aren't a good team. Like, could the Finns beat Canada? Yes, but do I think they will? No. They are tougher and they play better than their talent suggests. 100%.
Oh, for sure.
The Finns always, for me, like I never leave a tournament thinking, oh wow, man, the Finns just really fucking blew it. Like, the Finns are always a tough out for anybody, and I'm not looking past them, but I just feel like, like Canada with the talent on Team Canada, they should beat the Finns because, again, if you're great, you expect greatness.
Larkin, that was one of the best experiences of my life. What a start, the Kachucks and Miller. Hope you guys enjoyed the game.
Luca Cagnoni with the power play goal, and the Cuda are up 2-1.
Yay.
Cags.
I should probably turn that on.
But
I don't want.
We should see who actually got the first goal for the Barracuda, though.
Oh yes,
I heard.
It was Gushin. I heard. We heard.
It was Gushin, although
Puck don't lie.
Puck don't lie.
Puck don't lie. Mikey don't lie. That's all I gotta say.
But I thought it got changed actually.
Wait, no, it got changed from Beasted to Gushin, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Assisted by Beasted and
He still got a point. Just saying, he still got a
Well,
point.
not
What's
cool.
his point? Keep talking. I want to look up something.
Again, I agree. Like the Canadian team's going to want to let that fly. Ryan does not like this Team Canada, which is fine. I disagree. He says they take Finland over Canada because Canada can't win low scoring games. I mean, the Finns allowed 6 goals against the Americans.
Yeah, but the Americans are better.
They look at the games though today. What was the score today in the Sweden-Finland game?
4-3.
Right, like these games, the Finlands are not defending very well. Like they're not keeping pucks out of the net.
And Bakersfield gets it right back. It's tied up 2-2.
Fuck off. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This is such a dumb stat. All right. Never mind. My point was not going to be proven if I said that, so never mind. McKinnon was invisible tonight.
I don't think so. I think he was fine.
I think he was fine. There just wasn't going in. But also, okay, this is going to get me some heat. Like, McKinnon at times will just try to do everything by himself, which is fine. But at times you gotta pass the puck, buddy.
I think I think the US played a really good defensive. I think they played really good on the defensive. Again, this wasn't the shootout I expected it to be. Were they invisible? They didn't score. I think that Hellebuck was really good. I think the U.S. defense was really good. I don't think that they were bad. They didn't score.
They had their moments, but it was definitely like U.S. shut them down. I will say that. And to be fair, Canada also played some really good defense. Like, I have to give the Canadians props. They lost Cale Makar, and they still had that blue line's still insane. Like, we talked about it before the show. If your bottom pair, what was it, Drew Doughty and Thomas Harley today? You're not complaining about that, right?
No.
And that pass, I don't know if we discussed this, but that pass that Drew Doughty sent for Connor McDavid. I
don't know. I look at this game, right? And like, I'm excited for the opportunity. Like, I'd be excited if I'm Team Canada. I'm excited about the opportunity to potentially do this again, right? Obviously you can't look past the Finns.
Yeah,
the Finns are good. You have to beat the Finns. You have to control your own destiny. But if I'm like this game, like, it wasn't like the US dominated Canada. Like, this wasn't This wasn't like the World Junior game.
No. Tony saying Larkin was captain. Dude, I told US play Larkin more at the start of after their last game. And, you know, as I said before, I thought Larkin was great tonight. Again, the US should have played him more, and they did, and look at the result. No, but like, listen, like, I do think Canada beats Finland. I just think rope-a-dope is a thing.
Yeah, look,
and dumber shit has happened in tournaments.
Absolutely.
Like, look at the World Juniors. But like, dumber shit has happened. Canadians have a really good roster, and I think once they get Cale Makar back, they'll be fine. I don't think they lost. I don't think Cale. Well, maybe if Cale Makar was on the ice tonight, it makes a difference. Sure, but if some butts were candy and nuts, we'd all be millionaires. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're fine. Everything's fine.
Again, as dogs, if you're Team Canada, do you take Sid to the Olympic or odds, or is it time to get younger and take? I think
you still take Sid.
You still take Sid. Even if he's playing a reduced role, you still take Sidney Crosby until he does not want to go anymore. I think he's look at Sidney Crosby. I think we take Sidney Crosby for granted. I don't think we give Sidney Crosby enough credit for how good he actually is. And I understand it's easy to not like Sidney Crosby, especially as a team that Sidney Crosby got to skate around our fucking rink with the Stanley Cup on. But like, I think like, because of he's Sidney Crosby, you take him until he can't fucking walk.
But yeah, I mean, this is. Oh, go ahead, Jules.
No, sorry, no, go Puckguy, go.
I was good, but this is kind of a tryout for the 2026 team. Sure. You would think. I mean, and it's like, if somebody falters and doesn't do well, I mean, that just tries and opens up the chance for a guy like Celebrini, or for that matter, Connor Bedard, to sneak in here. But can they jump in?
Matthew Kachuk says, other than Game 7 last year, this was the biggest game he's played it. The message they wanted to send tonight to Team Canada is, this is our time.
Yeah, as well they should. I mean, again, like
I mean, Ian went on a whole rampage about it, like literally
Yes.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I look at. I think this is going to be again, like again, like this is why it always pisses me off when people are like, "Oh, if Russia's not there, then fucking this isn't legit because Russia isn't there." And again, you go back and you look at all the Olympics that Russia's played in when the NHL players are there. They have one silver medal to show for it. One medal. How many medals do the Americans have? Way more. Like the Americans, again, this program has come so fucking far that you want that from your team. If you're an American, you want Matthew Tkachuk to have that fucking attitude, right? I don't like it because I like being Canada and I still think we're better, but that's the attitude you want to have, right? And I think that this is going to be the rivalry. Like as these best on best tournaments continue, this is going to be it, man. This is going to be the fucking rivalry going forward. The North American teams versus Russia's fucking over. Maybe it's not. Maybe they'll come back and start being good again.
I'm gonna come back and haunt you for that.
No, I don't think so. You know why I don't think so? Because the politics of it. Because even if they do come back, they're gonna make half their team a bunch of fucking second tier KHLers and leave NHL guys that are better at home.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong.
From David Pagnotta of the fourth period, Matthew Tkachuk adds that he's doing okay. There is no concern. Okay.
Yeah.
We saw you
literally shake your head to the trainer, bud.
So we'll see on that.
It's like when the Sharks broadcast was like, no, we didn't play the Flyers. Celebrini didn't play versus the Flyers, and there's literally a video of Celebrini and Michkov punching each other. All right.
From Pierre Lebrun, Matthew Tkachuk says his brother Brady and JT Miller were on a group chat earlier today, and he decided they wanted to drop the gloves early tonight.
Ooh. This was decided in a group chat? Okay. I would pay to see the thread in that, right? Just be like, hey boys, we got a fight tonight,
Again, I don't like again. You're in the lion's den, basically. And you're listening to your national anthem get booed. I'd want to go a little piss and vinegar too.
So,
Jesus.
All right.
All right, moving on.
What?
No,
what
don't post that. Just read the thing. I'm not posting that though. Yeah, no, championship game. We'll get the one. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm so excited for the championship game. Like, I can't wait. No matter what.
Again, we're gonna do it all over again and see what happens. Again, like I'm not worried. Like I still think
watch U.S. Finland.
Shut up.
Watch it be U.S. Finland and watch how mad.
It's not gonna be U.S. Finland.
I mean,
my mic disagreed and it unplugged itself.
Nice job.
Thank you. I'm doing great.
So that's fun. To see. It's gonna be no matter what, it'll be a good time. But Monday does have some meaning now. So, and
Monday's gonna be crazy.
Monday's gonna be fucking good.
I still wanted the ultimate chaos, but
I'm glad to be a little. I mean, this will be ultimate chaos if it's
still chaos for 3 teams.
Like, yeah, I mean, 3 nations facing off to take on the United States on Thursday. That's how we'll do it.
That's the new title. That's the new title. Also,
Canada can be in if Canada can be in the finals, they beat the U.S. Juniors championship. Look if you put this team Canada against that U20 team, the end result is it's going to be a very ugly game, and it's not going to end good for you.
Real quick here, guess who was named OHL Performer of the Night again?
Chernyshев.
Yeah,
Igor Chernyshев.
5 points in one game.
Yep. So you said 23 points in 8 games.
So sorry for those who are just tuning in. Welcome to the daily Igor Chernyshев update. The dude's played 8 games, has 11 goals, 12 assists for 23 fucking points, just under 3 points a game, and is a +7 with 0 penalty minutes.
23 points and just a +7.
Doesn't play the right way. No penalty minutes. Play the right
boy.
Way.
He doesn't play the right way, boys.
We're gonna have to re-up. We're gonna have to re-up Molasses' favorite buddy, Luke Cunnin.
Ooh,
Oh, God. Oh, God.
and
Let's put Luke Cunnin and Igor Chernyshov on the same line, shall we? Why is it 10 a.m. Pacific? I'm gonna be asleep.
Yeah,
It's
because it's in the US, right? So obviously the American game is going to be in prime time. Tyler, how much tougher is the AHL than the CHL? It's much tougher. They're men. It's a faster game. It's a faster, better game.
Yeah.
They're men. Like the AHL is, I don't know. Like the AHL's probably what, the third best team in the world league in the world.
Third. Yeah, for sure. Fourth or
Right,
third.
the NHL is probably first, and then you can pick them between the Swedish Hockey League and the KHL, and then it's probably the AHL would probably be next on the list, and then Liga right behind it.
Yeah, but
that's how I would rank it anyway. I think it's a pick 'em between the K and the SHL, and then
the AHL is definitely way more physical than the CHL is.
Yeah, you're playing with men. It's a faster game. It's a better league.
And Chernyshov should be fine in that transition because, reminder, he did play in the KHL last year, so he is literally a man-child in this league. Send him back to Russia. I don't think they can, and I think
Chernyshov.
Yeah, are you talking about Chernyshov?
No.
Okay.
I don't think we want to do that in the first place.
NCAA or CHL better?
NCAA.
Agreed.
Again, older, faster players. The thing with the CHL is, like, it's a good league, right? Like, I think it's a good development league, but it's so big, right? There's so many players in it. Like, you have 3 different leagues. I don't know how many teams that makes up. I don't know off the top of my head, right? But like, it's
how dare you?
So like, when you're playing, like, if you're playing like in like the good, like if you're in like the better divisions of the NCAA, like there's, again, it's less players, so that talent is more compact. Whereas I think in the CHL you do have a big spread of players, and I think 65 or so is what Marty's saying, right? And I think with this new thing now, I wonder if you start seeing a lot of guys who play like a couple of years get drafted, and then I wonder if they make the jump to the NCAA now that there's no boundaries there. Like, it's going to be really fascinating to see how this plays out. I just think the CHL, like, it's a good league, and I think it's one of the better, I think it's a great development league for that age group. I just think that you do spread talent across 65 teams, right? So it is going to water things down a little bit.
For sure.
So it's going to be interesting to see. Monday definitely will be interesting for sure. So Canada, Finland on at 10 a.m. on Monday. President's Day down here, so that's why I think they're doing the doubleheader. It's a bank holiday up there, right, Ian? I know you guys celebrated Canadian Flag Day today, but
so it's basically what happened is they decided that, hey, there's no stat in February, so let's make one. So it's called Family Day. So I am off and off to work, which is fantastic. I said not even a bank holiday. Like, it is like, I do not have to work, and I do not work in a bank.
So stay tuned for the double live header.
So it's Family Day. So I'm gonna get to watch both games. It's gonna be fun.
Got it. Okay, perfect.
Question for Ian: how was the group chat tuning? Like, we were here the whole game. We were doing this live stream, and there was definitely some people definitely giving it to me in the chat a little bit.
When are they not, though?
That's true. Like,
there are always people giving it.
Yeah.
There's always
someone in the chat giving it.
There's always someone in the chat. There's always someone in the Discord giving it to me. It's this is my life. This is what I have chose.
So it's been fun. I think this is the band. Yeah.
Sure. I got into dogs just in the CHL. Yeah. So 16 is the youngest I believe you can play in the CHL unless you have exceptional status, and then you can play at 15, which is what Misa did. Is always like silly. Michael Misa is a guy who started in the OHL at 15. Connor McDavid started in the OHL at 15. Connor Bedard started in the Western Hockey League at 15.
Landon Doompaw also started in 15.
Yeah.
Aid from AJ. I look forward to the can fin that Ian does all the way into the USA team on Monday.
An epic Ian post game.
Hey, yeah.
Oh.
No, we should have. I don't know if we're doing back-to-back After Darks or what we're doing, but we'll be doing. Are we doing back-to-back After Darks? That night?
Yeah. So we'll do one following Canada, Finland, because that could have major ramifications. And if Canada were to lose, my God,
Listen,
my
fuck
God.
off,
You
enough.
Can I not wait for the
I'm just saying, hang on. If Canada were to lose, this would be the time for Ian to go on his epic rants. I'm just saying.
Gets us views.
Yeah. Well, if they lose to this,
If.
they'll be very unhappy. Like this game, I'm fine with because again, it's like it's not good. Go ahead.
It doesn't matter.
What
It doesn't matter that Canada lost today.
It matters. Like I'm not happy about it, but like it's not over. Like they're not out. We get a chance to do it again, and then we'll win. That's
Right.
fine.
Well,
Beat the Finns.
yeah. Well,
But I mean that
I have my money on the Finns.
You have to win, bud.
They're going to. Like I have no doubt they're going to beat fucking Finland.
They still haven't gotten a win in regulation. Just pointing that out.
I'm not worried. They're going to beat the Finns, man. Like I'm not worried.
With Jordan Binnington.
Yeah.
do you? I mean, then that's the thing. Do you go back to Jordan Binnington, or do you put Aiden Hill in?
They're the same. I don't know, man. Like I don't think Jordan Binnington. Like again, I said this earlier. I don't think he's been so bad that
He's been fine.
That you make a change. But I don't know. Like I don't think because again, I don't think like this. It wasn't like the Americans just slaughtered us tonight, right?
Right. It's if it was a butt whooping. I mean, I would
They
say
didn't slaughter.
you're freaking out, but
No, listen. Okay. I 30 minutes ago, Ian was trying about country pride. Now Ian's like, it doesn't matter, man. It matters, but they're not out. Like we are going to get a chance to do this again. Then it's gonna super matter.
Real quick. Hey Tyler, we are doing something on Sunday. We're gonna do a CUDA after dark. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we're gonna go live after the CUDA game tomorrow. So stay tuned for that.
You mean Sunday? But yeah,
Whatever.
tomorrow also.
Yeah.
Whatever.
and maybe we do some of the shenaniganery that happens for on Pucknologists, but
Maybe we'll see.
I don't know. We'll have some fun.
AJ, when are you not poking the bear, bud? Just throw that out there.
I just got mad because people are like, oh, they don't have to play hard against Sweden because they're already in the final. That made me angry. I'm sorry.
No, I get that, and that was my point. That the U.S. can have a say in this if it's a 3-point. Well, I guess they're all 3-point games.
No, they
but
could win in
if-
overtime, Ryan. If they win in overtime, they're fine because they have the tiebreaker.
which is what goal differential
Head to head.
head to head. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, moving on.
Okay. All right. So
Let's
CUDA are still tied 2-2 with about 6:23 to go in the second period, even though the clock is running. Okay, 6:20. Correction, 6:20 to go in the second period. It's CUDA 2, Condors 2, Cagnoni and Gushin with the goals. Originally credited to Beastet. Sorry, Jules. So.
Real quick, I want to address this. Oh no, wrong comment. Musty signed in the CHL now regretting. I think Musty just wanted to play on a team that's not Sudbury, and that's nothing against Sudbury. I just think he wanted to be on the better team, on a better team that has playoff aspirations.
Has better playoff aspirations than Sudbury.
In regards to World Juniors, the rumors was they already had a guy like Cole Iserman, and I'm not saying Musty is Cole Iserman. I'm just saying big. You know what I mean? So they already kind of had a few players like Musty there. And he apparently wasn't going to get the invite. And him like sitting out the first, 6 weeks of the fucking season, that didn't help his case. So
he's not wrong though. Like he's not wrong though, because like this is definitely a thing that happens where
for sure.
guys in the CHL, if they play a similar role to a guy that's loyal to the US system, they will get the nod. Like there's the 1 year where they didn't bring Alex DeBrincat, which seems absolutely fucking insane when you think about it, but they didn't, right? They left Alex DeBrincat at home because he played in Erie instead of playing in their system, and that does happen, and I'm sure that didn't help Musty's case. But it's hard because again, like you had guys that kind of Musty kind of very similar to, and you probably are gonna like again Cole Iserman, loyal to the US system. They're gonna go Cole Iserman.
John, on the fist cuts at the start, that was organic. That was as organic as it gets, and it was, I guess, 10 years of no international Hockey exhaled in a minute.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's valid.
He did use because obviously when again, so Quentin Musty did choose the CHL over NCAA because at that time that was the thing, right? The second before things changed, the second you played one game in the Ontario Hockey League or the Western Hockey League or the Quebec Major or Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League, that's it. Your NCAA, as soon as you touched the ice, your NCAA eligibility was gone. So he did choose the CHL over NCAA. That is 100% true.
Yeah,
because that's the one way. Because before now, that's what happened. If you played in the NCAA, like if you played in the Canadian Junior League, that you were the NCAA considered you a pro.
John Cooper again, mayhem, and doesn't have a problem with fighting. I didn't see anybody running for the exit. People are going to be talking about this. Also, real quick, John Cooper says, hopefully Cale McCarr can play Monday. This is our game 7.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Completely agree. It's going to be an interesting one on Monday. So again, Canada, Finland, 10 a.m. Pacific time on Monday. That game will be on TNT. The nightcap will be USA, Sweden. That's a 5 p.m. start on TNT. Again, the USA has already clinched a spot in the championship game. It's up between the 3 other teams to take on who wants to go take on the United States on Thursday. And that Thursday game will be on ESPN. So,
yes.
Yep.
All right. Anything else, gang? I think we're kind of really good. We've hit the 4 hour
4
mark.
hours. Congrats.
Fuck me.
No, and we didn't.
I don't own a Kachuk USA. If you want to send me a Kachuk USA jersey, I will wear it if they lose. But I am not going out to purchase a Kachuk USA jersey with my own.
So,
Wait,
Brady, Matthew, or a 96 Keith Kachuk USA jersey.
If you want to if you want to send me a
Understand.
jersey to wear if they lose, you can send it to me. But I'm.
Will you at least sing the national anthem again live on air?
Oh my
I'm
God.
joking.
No,
he'd
no,
get
I will
booed.
not.
He would get booed.
I get booed, right? Yeah.
100%.
Like,
Well,
I
that's
don't
just
wanna get
nice.
booed. It's true.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Felix, you were watching us the whole time, right?
Blink,
Well, there you
blink.
go.
There you go.
All right. So that will do it for us. In case you missed anything, or do you want to watch this again? I don't know why you watched 4 hours, but okay, why not? Why not? Check us out on tealtownusa.com
It's Mike.
or wherever my phone just fell. Or wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeart, Odyssey. And if you want to keep going with the YouTube, make sure you leave a comment down below. Hit that woodish glove on the way out. And of course, subscribe. It does go a long way for us to help you break out your favorite hockey podcast covering your team in the Bay Area. Your final thoughts, Michael Molasses. I'll come to you first. I'll let you have a final thing. Be on your best behavior. Go.
You know me. Come on, man.
I know. That's what I was saying.
I'm very PC around here.
Yeah, he's good.
My
He's not good for me.
condolences to anyone who
know.
had to listen to me or lack thereof listening to me. Great game. The Finns are going to beat Canada, and can't wait to see Ian's reaction.
Spicy.
Oh. Whew. All right. I'll go right to Ian then in that case.
Okay, listen. The Canada's not losing to fucking Finland, all right? You guys maybe in your little dream world, but that's not going to happen in reality. Look, it was a good game. I really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed this tournament so far. I think it's been great, and it sure as fuck beats anything that the NHL has done recently with the All-Star game or whatnot. I'm glad if you guys enjoyed this. I hope you did, because this was definitely this was a long one for sure, right? But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to being here. I'll be here after every show we do after one of these games. I will be here. So I look forward to doing this again, especially when Canada wins the whole fucking thing, and then I can tell you guys to all fuck off.
Woo! That's a bold move, Cotton. All right. Miss Jules, your final thoughts.
No, I mean, listen, like, this tournament has been fucking awesome. Like, It's been too long since we've had like best on best, right? So it's really nice. It's nice to see the players trying, and I can't wait for the U.S. Canada championship game. I'm actually so excited. Who knows? We might do another watch along. And Igor Chernyshov is good at hockey. And remember, wear your fucking mouth guard. It's not a chew toy.
Oh my god.
I didn't completely derail, just slightly.
Oh man.
so-
Okay, AJ. Officers of the California Highway Patrol Contra Costa Division seized over 125 pounds of marijuana during a traffic stop. Officials say Saturday it was reportedly headed to the Bell Center. Dude, my guy, listen. There's no fucking way people are waiting for weed from California. We have way better weed up here. Fuck.
Marty's saying we better do another watch along. Stay tuned and find out. Hit that subscribe button.
If it's a Canada US final, we'll do another watch along. 100%.
Yeah.
How about if it's US Finland?
No, then you can fuck off. I ain't doing that.
All right. That'll do it for us. We'll be back with you on Sunday following CUDA and goals. That's I believe a 5:00 start. So maybe roughly around 7:30. So just slightly late after than your normal Pucknologist start. We'll do that. We'll recap some of what transpired over the week and get some thoughts from the group over here. So for Michael Molasses, hope you had fun doing this a little bit.
My guy.
You guys make it seem a lot easier than it really is. Holy. Let me tell you, you guys were like on it. I was like, yeah,
Just
okay,
gotta jump
all
in,
right.
bud.
I think you did great. You know what?
You did great.
coming
You
on,
did better than I
without
did. You're fine.
No, listen.
I came in relief and I just gave up a grand slam. I was like, all right.
No. I think given that like you didn't know it was going to be a thing and you came on just like we just kind of randomly threw the invite, I think you did great.
You did great.
I appreciate it. Man.
We're proud
Shout
of
out
you,
Ian.
Molasses.
See, the only Canadian that I love right now.
So you've lost your love for Marty.
Well, okay,
There's
hold
never
on.
love
You
there.
can't say that. You can't say that. Come on.
All right. Okay.
He's my boo.
A combination of Sabarin and Vincent give the CUDA a lead with 1
How
minute
long
left.
does it last for?
We'll see if a third period lead can actually be held in the San Jose Sharks organization. So for Ian, for Jules, for Molasses, I am Puckguy. Again, we'll be back with you Sunday night following CUDA and goals, and we'll break down the week. And then Monday for the doubleheader, there'll be 2 After Darks following Canada, Finland, and USA, Sweden. Until then, thank you for watching. Keep it real. Keep it teal. Keep it real teal. Have a great night, everyone. We will see you tomorrow.
Free.